We have another episode of our celebrity cult member series. Next up, we have Justin Bieber. So I tend to have a lot more empathy for Justin Bieber than I do for a lot of the Scientology celebrities. For one, I think it's because he grew up really in the cult of child stars already, and he experienced a lot of really difficult things in his life that normal kids don't have to experience. I don't know if it's maybe because I grew up alongside him and watched his journey, or if it's because we're from the same cult belief system. But I have a lot of empathy for the dude, especially because according to Blind Items, he's not been doing well recently. That was a really long intro to say that Justin Bieber is in the cult of Hillsong adjacent churches, these non-denominational, charismatic gifts of the Spirit, churches that came from Pentecostal belief systems and largely from Assemblies of God. This 3-minute video is just a really quick rundown of some of the things that Justin has been involved in. I am going to do a huge deep dive on Justin Bieber because there is a lot there, including a lot of conspiracy theories about his marriage, about his relationships, about possibly being put into a conservatorship. There's a lot going on. But he got into this cultic belief system through his mother, Patty. Patty is really deep into the conservative, charismatic, Christian nationalist, prophetic web of churches and leaders, and you can tell this by going and seeing who she follows on Instagram. I'm gonna do a whole separate video of who Patty follows on Instagram, but I found the cult that I was part of in her following. She also follows a lot of YWAM accounts. My most recent podcast episode is actually the part 1 of the YWAM deep dive. YWAM is a horrible cult that leaves people with PTSD and changes their lives completely. So if you want to know about that, check that out. You know where to find those links. But Justin Bieber was famously very close to disgraced pastor Carl Lentz. They often partied together a lot back in 2017 when they were really close. Justin was a huge part of Carl Lentz's rise to fame, and we know that Carl Lentz had affairs and was accused of SA back around this time. And actually, a new Hillsong documentary just dropped today on Hulu. My friend on here, Liv, and I are going to do a watch party later this evening. Justin Bieber really got into this belief system because his mom, Patty, made him listen to Judah Smith's sermons to fall asleep when he was younger. And when he was really struggling back in 2012, 2013, 2014, Patty called Judah Smith and had him start mentoring Justin, going on tour with him, things like that. And Judah is who introduced Justin to Carl. Stay tuned for the deep dive because there's